It's that time for everyone's favorite music-making game show, Chance Jams.
It's a music-making game show where we roll the dice cause we don't know where to go. It's a music-making game show. Let's hear what happens.
Chance Jams! I'm your host, DJ D, and on today's second episode, we once again have Josh Drew Hard.
Give me luck.
You're gonna need it, buddy. This is a doozy of an episode. I exist outside time. I exist in this corner of like a far recess in Josh's mind, and yeah, I mean, I've seen it all happen. You know, I know exactly what happens in this episode, and yeah, I'm here to take you along for the ride. All right, but before we get started on that ride, I just want to make a couple announcements. First, on behalf of everyone here at Chance Jam Studios, myself, Josh, Corndog, Hunter, Jash, and even Joshua, we just want to say thanks for watching the first episode. Honestly, just freaking cool that anyone watched it, if you interacted with it, if you subscribed, and now you're here. Awesome. That's just awesome. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, and second announcement, we now have a player's handbook. This, here, I'll even open that up. Yeah. See? Chance Jams, player's handbook. I totally could have been just holding a empty folder, right? But yeah, no. Chance Jams, player's handbook. That's right. 40 plus pages of dice rolls, tables, and strategies to help make a tune. A good tune? Maybe, but a tune. Okay, with all that said, let's take a look at the board of chances. As you can see, there are 20 ways to begin the songwriting process. What do you hope Josh rolls? Let us know in the comments. Josh, what are you rolling today?
18. Explore the field. Okay.
Now, when you roll to explore the field, you must roll a d6 to determine how you'll explore the field. How about an urban atmosphere? Nature symphony? Household percussion? Human sounds? Mechanical and industrial? How about abstract? Let's roll to find out.
1. Urban atmosphere. Record sounds from a city, street, or public space.
What do you think of that?
I do have some urban atmosphere recordings, actually. So a while back, there was some earth movers outside in my neighborhood making a bunch of ruckus, and so I just sat out on the steps, recording that.
Just truly a riveting story. Do you want to roll an optional D6 challenge?
But why don't we go ahead and roll an optional challenge? So 1 again. All percussion must come from field recordings, no traditional drums. Okay, let's dig through some samples first, and if we don't find anything, then we'll head outside to record some stuff.
You really should just go out and record new sounds, though. All right, we're outside, me and Corndog, and yeah, the urban atmosphere samples that I pulled out of my sample library, they didn't work. They maybe they could have worked, but by the time I had finished collecting sounds and then chopping them up and then trying to make something worth listening to, I had fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a ton of fun.
What I'm doing right now is just dropping in these video files. Cool thing about Ableton is you can work with movie or MP4 files. Maybe I should get a camera here. Maybe I should. That's a problem for another day. All right, so let's listen to this one. I already know that I want a particular sound that's in here, like really early on. Yeah, let's just listen. Okay, you hear that? Maybe some of you are like, "What is that?" It was a school bus that was driving by. Okay, so I really just want that sound. I don't really care about anything else.
Wait.
Let's color code that. What I'm doing is I'm just finding my favorite bits from each video file, and I'm going to chop those up, and then so like that's a particularly windy example, so I think I can clean up the wind sound probably through a couple different methods. I'll probably resort to isotope RX to clean that up. But yeah, let's take a look at the other videos. That's a good one. When I was hitting this, I had one of those intrusive thoughts of like, oh, what if I hit this and like the fire hydrant just explodes, gushing water? That's it. That was my thought. Like, what if?
Man, that actually would have been cool if it just exploded. Imagine the sound of a fire hydrant just like.
Okay, instant just like has me kind of in a groove there. Hopefully Josh has sped this up.
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm audio, video, lighting, and editing. I'm asked to do a lot here, and, well, that doesn't keep me up at night. Anyways, the other ones don't like when I insert myself, so maybe I'll see you later?
You know, I just like this video, like the stillness of the birds just in the water. Yeah, you know, maybe this will be the backdrop of whatever this becomes. They're just chilling. Oh, look at that. Dude, if I have to come back to this earth, I hope it's as some type of bird. Okay, so it is all percussive elements minus the ambience that we captured here at the pond. Got my tasty mineral water, sparkling. That was a nice little sound. Okay. I think I want to build a drum rack with some of these sounds. So, bunch of nothing. No samplers, no simplers. So, I'm actually just going to take a moment and drop a bunch of drum samplers in here to all 16 of these pads here. We've got the MIDI Fighter. I picked this up as a little birthday gift for myself a few months ago. I really like it. Okay, we're starting to cook a little bit. Wait. Cool. All right.
I'm back. So what we see Josh doing here is he's cleaning up some sounds in the drum rack. And then he decides to add some effects that are controlled using the envelope MIDI tool. It allows him to use the drum pads to actually turn on and off the effects. Really cool technique that he picked up from user-friendly sounds. Unfortunately, it wasn't working quite the way that he wanted it to, so he went to troubleshooting, and sometimes this happens. Anyways, we're coming up on a tempo roll.
This D6 here. Okay, so it's a 5, which means it's fast. So it's going to be in the range of 141 to 170. So let's take a D20 and a D10. So 7 and 8, so 15, so 141, so 156. Okay, let's set our tempo. 156 here. Beautiful. Okay, so let's duplicate that, and then we are going to just build upon that loop. So
He does like an iterative process.
let's throw a drum bus on here. I'm a big fan of presets. Like, someone took the time to create the preset. May as well check it out, right? See if it works. If it doesn't, tweak it. Try another preset. There's just like thousands of presets to explore. So why not explore them? Okay, we're cooking with something. Does it taste good? Maybe. But no, I think it tastes pretty good. I think it tastes better than what we had. And let's listen to this track again. I don't care about warping it, actually. That's interesting. It just kind of so when I turn the warp mode off, just like the natural acceleration, deceleration of the sound lines up pretty well with the downbeat of every bar there. So if I just bring this here, dude, what? This seems like a total fluke that this happened. Just a little EQ on it, actually clean up the low end to make room for the kick drum. But let's keep playing. So I just added the roar effect and didn't call up any preset, just kind of, honestly, I haven't spent a whole lot of time with the roar effect in terms of just playing with the controls. And what are we going to hurt? What are we going to hurt twisting some knobs and pushing some buttons? At the end of the day, I can load up one of these presets. Why don't we do that? So let's go with creeping feedback. And let's take a look at how this is programmed. See, I don't really care for this. That's kind of cool. Like those random glitches. Okay, that's pretty cool. The envelope MIDI on the drum rack is doing weird things. Gonna try to just not care about that. Why don't we duplicate that? And man, everything was like really percussive, actually. Just trying to think of how to add a melodic element to this using the field recordings that we have.
Okay, so at this point, the Pollock Stretch plugin is being used to stretch a helicopter sound that was in one of the video recordings, and yeah, to make it something more tonally appropriate for a simpler in Ableton.
Gonna heal your mind with this drone. Heal your mind with the drone. Okay, that does actually feel really nice though. What?
All right, so we're speeding up this part of the process because initially when using the Pollock Stretch plugin, for some reason Josh rendered out 4-channel recordings, and that's just not going to work with Ableton Simpler. So he needed to re-render mono or stereo recordings for the Simpler device. So, and then he also tried messing around with some bird calls, but anyways, let's hear what he came up with.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, let's listen to it. Let's listen to what we have so far. glasses are dirty. Anyways, is it a full song? No. Is it the start of a song that could potentially be kind of cool? Maybe. I I think I think it is, This was this was a particular challenge for me. This whole explore the field role. But on today's lesson, I learned to lean into the role. That's right. Lean into the role. And I don't consider this a done track. The sound design needs work. It needs a whole other part, some sort of build up, some sort of resolution. But for what it is, for the purpose of what we're doing here, I feel like it's a pretty good start. Just lean into the role. That's all you got to remember. Lean into the role. I don't know. What'd you guys think of the tune? Episode 1. I'm so thankful to see it received by quite a few of you. If you watched episode 1, thank you. If you interacted with it in any way, thank you. I was really surprised to see a couple people mention it reminded excuse me. I was surprised to see that the first episode, the track in the first episode made people think of the Gorillaz. I didn't hear that initially, but then once I read that, I was just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And it's funny. I didn't really get into the Gorillaz until a couple of years ago. And geez, Plastic Beaches, such a freaking good album. But yeah, I don't know. What does this sound like anything to you? This track, does it remind you of anything? Yeah, I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm excited to start making the 3rd episode, and yeah, we're just going on this quest of writing music and discovering little bits and portion of Song of Creation. So, and no, not in the biblical sense. So, just like the literal, the music that just moves through all of us and all of life. So it's just little bits, we just got to discover the little bits. Okay. 1 like, get you 1 inspiration, or 1 subscription. I don't know. This is a weird part for me. I'm just like, hey, like it, comment, share, subscribe. Ugh.
Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed that round. And Josh, I think you won. I'll say you won. But you did lose 50 points at the beginning for not leaning into the role, so there's really no knowing what's going to happen here in Chance Jams. So, if you want to see what happens next, grab that inspiration chip, hit subscribe, and join us on our quest to making some music. Bye.